Lost Ark in 2023. This is going to be interesting. There have been a lot of changes and a lot of quality of life updates.
Lost Ark is an isometric action MMORPG from Korea that released in the West in February 2022, after initially releasing in Korea in 2019. I was obsessed with Lost Ark.
That's one of the new classes, by the way, and this is the female berserker.
During its first 2 months of release and rated the game very highly. Eventually though, I fell out of the daily login routine, then Amazon temporarily made it so you couldn't connect to Lost Ark via a VPN, which meant that for quite some time I just couldn't play the game due to my location. By the time they re-allowed VPNs, my addiction to the game had ended and I didn't really feel an urge to jump back into the daily and weekly chores that made up a lot of Lost Ark's endgame at the time. If you've
This is also a new class probably for some people, but those of you who do not know, this is probably one of the absolutely hardest classes to play in this game properly, okay? If you're playing this thing properly, it's S tier and you are at the top of, the damage dealt pretty much ever. And the funny part is you have probably attacked only 3 times in the whole boss fight, okay? But you're still top DPS. But if you don't play this properly, you do negative damage, okay? This is how, was it called Arcanist? I don't remember what it's called. But man, this class was hard.
Never played Lost Ark before, a quick TLDR would be that it has the best action combat out of any
Mommy Belshazzar raid, by the way, where you get the classic floating feet part of the game, which is great.
Top-down RPG out there. There's a ton of horizontal progression to work through, map completion, mounts, skins, storylines.
There's no real horizontal progression to work towards too. Honestly, I don't know what he means by horizontal progression, but there isn't any, okay? Maybe he means Island Souls or something like that, but yeah, that's not really horizontal progression in a typical sense, but this game is purely vertical progression, which is, by the way, not even bad for once in our lives.
The game has both PvP and PvE content, although the PvE endgame does seem to be the thing that players enjoy the most, and the game is free to play, free to enjoy, but you can definitely pay to win. At this point it's been almost a year and a half since I played Lost Ark regularly, and now I'm feeling the urge to revisit the game, see what's changed, and ultimately see if the game can make me want to stick around.
Same, when they released the new server thing, I thought, wait, is it time to come back? Man, I have 3k hours in Lost Ark. Been a blast, absolutely loved it. But the new server, it's not gonna carry over my 99% completed island souls, because I was missing only 1 island soul, and that was the new island when I stopped playing the game. My collection log was 99.9% complete, okay? I was missing 1 Makoko from Gesbro, and I was never gonna get it, because it was in the last room, okay? And I'm never doing that garbage again, okay? So Makokos, I would never finish them. But everything else, 100% completion, as good as it gets, boys. 100% report. Absolutely loved it.
But first sponsor, Dungeon Hunter 6 is a free-to-play MMORPG on mobile with the unique hero collection feature where players step into the shoes of a bounty hunter.
Wow, that sounds absolutely amazing, Peon. How about we just, but don't.
Sonic Wolf, and an accessory set when using my link. Lost Ark in 2023. Starting out, I open the game, I see that there's a new fresh start server, but due to my previous progress with map completion and card collection, I decided it's best to stick with my old server.
Yeah, because, dude, even if you probably have 50% of the collection log done, you probably don't want to start fresh, because it's simply just too much. It's just simply too much.
As there was some content I really didn't want to play through again. I log into my sorceress, instantly giant UI pop-ups taking up half my screen, with one of them seemingly giving me rewards for achievements that I definitely completed and claimed during the game's launch. A bit weird that the game—
Visit log hill, yeah, these are the basic achievements that you get like 5 minutes into the game.
Forgot my progress here, but I spent the next 10 minutes claiming shit. I opened my character window and I've got 0 gear score. I had a mini panic attack here, but it turns out my gear was just unequipped in my bags. Same thing happened on my paladin. Kinda weird, but okay.
Interesting.
After claiming so much free stuff, I spent a further 20 minutes sorting out my bags.
I mean, this is definitely annoying, but this is not a new player experience. This is when you're coming back. And, you know, even if you're filled with UI screens, aka 3 when he started, you know exactly what they are, why they exist, and what they do. So it's not, like, overwhelming. It's just dumb.
Opening cards and putting stuff in my bank. With clean bags, I was finally ready to play the game. I looked at my map and saw an icon for something called Throne Spire. This wasn't in the game the last time I played, so I decided to check it out. The numbers...
This is... Oh no! This wasn't the game when I played it. But I didn't even complete it. I played like two levels or 3 levels of this, and I said, yeah, okay, I don't care about the minor rewards that this is gonna give me.
Look a lot different from the last time I played as well. I like this new Throne Spire thing. So you basically just keep going forward, just killing loads of things in a linear area. Very cool if that's the case.
What a questionable build for a spec source, though.
If that's all it is, you just keep running forward and massacring things. The mob density's so cool as well. Go up here, so you kill a bunch of mobs, and then you go fight a boss. Big damage, pop the ulti. Yeah, I've really missed lots.
The recycled boss, it's the Punica boss.
Stark's combat.
First
it feels
boss.
Good. Next, I headed over to the Guardian raid board to see if there were any changes. Did they remove the thing where you have to do Guardian raids twice a day? There's only one of these things here now. I was really happy to see
that's a good change.
That you only need to do 1 Guardian raid per day now, as doing it twice per character was something that kind of contributed to my burnout back at launch.
Yeah, I have talked about this. If you have 6 characters that you're farming on, the daily activities are gonna take you, you know, hour 30 or 2 hours depending on your classes, because some classes are just faster than others at doing like chaos dungeons and whatnot. It sucks. It's just too much, okay? And that's by the way on rested experience. You know, that's only when you would reach 100% rested experience. That was bad. That's why I quit.
I jumped into a Chaos Dungeon, and these seem exactly the same as the last time I played, where you need to run them twice per day. I always enjoyed Chaos Dungeons though, so not a big deal, unless you're doing it on multiple...
Chaos Dungeons are now better, as much as I understand, because they have this thing where the mobs spawn and they actually go towards you. Not you need to go towards the mobs, which really sucked, honestly.
Ults.
And they're, by the way, also now faster, because as you can see, this is not actually a huge density, but he's getting good percentiles here.
At which point it starts to get a bit tiring. Have they enhanced the sound effects or something? The game just feels like...
No.
Maybe I just remember it wrong. Maybe it just feels so good because I haven't played for a while.
The sound effects are good though, for most things, yeah.
Or I've been playing bad ARPGs. Fuck me, the sound effects in this game are so good. Oh. After just one Chaos Dungeon, my bags were rammed with gems, accessories, and stones. Thankfully,
that's because you don't have the loot filter. Dude, the loot filter is super easy. Like, come on. People who complain about the things in their bags, I honestly don't understand them. For example, this is just, you just throw it out, you know? Sell it to a vendor, just throw it out. It's like, what? 10k silver? Yeah, you're gonna probably need that 10k silver, boy, so, you know, hold on to it. Like, you're not supposed to... I don't understand about the people who complain about this, because... I don't know. My backpacks are always just, you know, 1/3 of this until I have like 50 maps to do until that point. But, you know, other than that, it's fine.
The game has an auto dismantle feature that...
I also, you know what I did with these maps? Considering Belshazzar didn't even drop when I quit. Clown was the last boss, and Belshazzar was like 1 week away from being announced, and I quit. You know what I did with these maps? There's 2 places where you can do these maps at the very end, right? So this is what I did. I had the system for each map, I would strategically put out these maps where I would go. This side was the bottom side, this side was the middle, this side was that side, and I put them there, and then I went in a direction. It was, dude, I had that thing nailed to a T.
It'll help you sort through these drops,
but it was
does
annoying
take a bit of
anyway.
setting up. For this, it's probably best to copy someone else's settings who knows what they're doing. Next, I took a trip to my stronghold to see if there was anything new. I've been away for so long, I've got a refugee camp on my stronghold. My workers are back after a year of being out. This farm thing actually seems new.
Farm?
I played the game. You've also got Pet Ranch as well. At this point, I wanted to make a decision on which class to use my newly obtained power pass on. Choosing a main was always my biggest struggle.
Oh, don't tell me there's gonna be a paladin. That's disgusting. Also, what the hell is even this?
In Lost Ark, as each class is really fun. For group
Yo, what is this? I haven't played this. This looks amazing.
content, I enjoy chilling on a healer like Paladin or Bard.
Oh, this is a bard. Oops. Yeah, I don't have a bard. The bard is pretty much the only thing I don't have. Well, actually, I don't have a single male character because that's gay. Yeah, all my characters are female.
Those classes in solo content like Tower kinda sucks. In the end, I decided it'd be fun to play one of the newer classes added to the game since the last time I played.
My main was a Deadblade, but I was thinking, man, sooner or later I'm gonna just switch to the Lancer because, man, Lancer pump is just so good, so delicious.
Went with the Glaver, but other new classes
Oh yeah, it's called the Glaver. Oops.
since launch include the Destroyer, Big Giant Hammer Dude, the Slayer, which is basically a female berserker, the Arcanist, which is a DPS class that uses...
Oh yeah, no, did I get it right? The Arcanist, but again, yeah, this class is ridiculously hard to play properly. Like, I made it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna spend half a year trying to learn how to play this class. No, I'm just gonna maybe do a Chaos Dungeon once in a blue moon.
cards and RNG.
Or because you can play Chaos Dungeons with the Arcanist on the Emperor. And the Emperor's really fun in Chaos Dungeons. It's like, just get the Emperor card, bam, boy, poof! Everything explodes. That was good.
The Summoner, basically a mage that summons ancient creatures, the Machinist, the Reaper, the Artist, and the Aeromancer. I'm gonna have to go with Glaver. Let's give it a try. Pole Dancer. You cannot use this name. Pole. Mitsubishi. Crocodile. Wallpaper. Surgery. Wardrobe. Curtain. Really? Axe kick.
Curtain, that's true, bro.
Big stick. Ceiling. Roof. Carpet. CCTV. Lamp
No way! CCTV was also taken?
shade. Are you fucking kidding me? Cat. Litter.
No. Got it.
Oh my god, it's impossible to get a good name in Lost Ark. Cool name, I guess.
I mean, when everyone has, 18 characters. Yeah, you're kind of running out of names at that point.
Go with that. Right, so let's test out the Glaver.
Wait, what did he get at the end? What did he get? Lazuli.
That. Right, so let's test out the Glaver. Let's try out some abilities. We've got
By the way, I don't even play Spec Glavier. I play Swiftness, Crit, Basic, Blue Boy Glavier, Pinnacle. Dude, Pinnacle is so lit, though. It's so fast. The combos are so good. It's just an absolute joy.
got the Q. W. E. Oh, we've got two stances. Interesting. It seems like the red stance might be more single target, whereas the blue one might be more, AoE. I've seen enough. We're going with the Glaver. After creating my Glaver, I realised that I could straight up buy a power pass that would instantly take me to the new content.
El Galicia Pass. And it's for money? That's sad.
And skip stuff that I hadn't even played through once yet. the El Glacier pass. It was quite expensive, but I tested it on my Sork and was instantly able to choose from a selection of 1460 item level gear. I didn't want to skip content.
God, I hate it when they do this gear selection shit. Like, what the hell is this? What is this gear set all about? Like, tell me. But you know, I think that is a way that you can see it, but it's like so unintuitive it's actually painful.
Selection of 1460 item level gear. I didn't want to skip content that I hadn't even seen yet, so I decided to go back to my Glaver and continue off from South Vern, where I'd previously stopped playing the game on my main characters. Now excuse me while I spend the next hour reading guides on how to play the class. To my surprise...
Why? I mean, now this is what Peon does. He really likes to do the efficient stuff. I have never looked up a guide in this game. I have also not have ever spent money on this game, you know? You can play this game very easily without a guide, without spending money, without having max level gems, you know? I mean, people constantly complain about this magical thing where, oh, if I don't have all level 10 gems, I can't get into a bug to do the boss that's 5 seasons old. I have never had this problem, bro. I did current content with like 3 level 5, 6 gems or something like that. I have never pulled my gems for a single class. And you know what? No one in the pub ever complained about it. No one ever. I had never, in 3K hours, I had never once heard in my life a situation where someone's saying, hey, kick this guy because he's doing something non-meta. My Glavier, by the way, you know what set I was using? I was using the set that calls down lightning and fire attacks on things. Because it was cool. No one ever told me anything about change your spec or do this. Now, admittedly, I did get kicked out of a couple of groups, but that was when the healer came in and said, hey, well, not healer, but the support came in and said, hey, I'm gonna be a support, kick someone out so I can get a +1 here, otherwise I'm gone, baby. And when I was the lowest gear score, I got kicked. That's it. That's it. It wasn't based on checking out my things. It was based on, oh, well, you have the lowest gear score, I guess. I guess that's who we naturally just kick. That's it. I don't... Man.
The Lost Ark devs did actually consider that boosting a new player instantly to the endgame would have them extremely confused with things like engravings, having the right stats on accessories, different builds for different types of content, gems, skill add-ons, and so on.
Yep.
Which is why when you open the Super Makoko...
This was also a problem, by the way. This I think was one of the biggest problems in Lost Ark in general. It was the fact that as a new player, you got given 50 different crates with battle items, and it's like you open up a battle item crate when you're a new player and you're like level 2. It's like, what the hell is this? 15 different types of grenades, from which you need on average like 4 of, maybe. A staggering one, maybe, you know, something like that. And then there's all this random stuff that you don't understand. Do you need or do you not need? The box, you know, these parts, I forget what's called there, constantly forget what they are called. New player comes in and they get like 20 books, and you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I don't know if it's good. It's way too overwhelming for a new player to come in, okay? The itemization, the books, the consumable items, everything of that is way too complicated and convoluted for new players to do properly. And I think that actually gets a lot of people away from this. Because look at this. This is like World of Warcraft tier systems of complicated. You're a new player, you have to learn what your skills do. The reality, by the way, is you can read what a skill does here, but that doesn't actually show you anything, because you need to see how the skill looks when you use it. And by the way, see these things, the 1, 2, 3, these things, some of them change how your skill functions to an absolutely extreme level, by the way. It completely changes how skills are supposed to be used in some situations. So yeah, deal with that also, huh? Pretty good, eh? Then it's the gear, figuring out the stats. Then it's these gems, figuring out what's actually good. Should you save something? Should you not save? And again, the engravings. Yeah, it's called the engravings, right? Engravings that you completely do not understand anything of, and it takes way too long.
Express in your UI, you're basically just asked which class engraving playstyle you want to go with, then the game provides you with everything that you need to jump right into the action. Next, it was time for me to upgrade my gear a bit with the resources the game was showering me with from the Makoko Express.
That
I still
feels
hate the
good.
gear enhancement window. Like, to skip the animation, I hate how you need to, like, click check results, then click here and here, and then you see it. Why can't you just click tick a box that says skip, and then just spam click it like
Would
in
be
BDO?
good.
I think I said the exact same thing at launch when I played this game, and people were just saying, oh, you can skip the animation by clicking these 2 boxes. Yeah, you can, but it's a bit clunky.
I never do that. I think that feels worse than just waiting for the animation to finish.
Isn't it? It's a lot of extra clicks. This pass literally gives me everything I need.
Yep,
Okay,
the
let's
passes
pop all
are
of these.
insane.
Now I'm level 53. Not looking too great with this basic ass outfit. We need a skin.
True.
Oh, that's nice. Bikini skin. That's why people play this game.
Yeah,
Cat
true.
girl. Spoiled for choice.
The meta when I actually left the game was just have a bikini skin and color it skin color. There you go. That's your skin. That was the meta for everyone, pretty much.
We could either go with this one, or we be a degenerate.
That's a lame
Full
one.
set of level 15, and that's took me to 1490. Bunch more rewards to claim. So now I'm going to accept the El Glacier questline. I've never done this one before.
The way to
Same.
El Geisha is open.
El Glacier. Okay, I've been calling it
Oh
El
no, I
Glacier.
have.
Yeah,
No,
this is a
wait, I
very nice
haven't done
looking
this.
city.
No.
It's like a sky city in the clouds. I love that you can skip all of
Look at that. Look at that. Nineveh is home. Oh god, her stupid fucking island quest. The rapport grind with her. Ah, just kill me now. Then you need to do the stupid quests and talk to the animals. The island is a pain. Oh Jesus.
This is a very nice looking city. It's like a sky city in the clouds. I love that you can skip all of this dialogue now by just pressing Shift G rather than spamming G. Yeah, beautiful city. Just enjoying
Dude, he has the red mouth that can jump 2 times. That's disgusting.
the comfort of the floor. For the next few hours, I was reminded why story skips exist in Lost Ark, as the questing at times can just have you running back and forth talking to various NPCs, walking slowly, doing emotes, waiting for small talk, and killing tiny packs of creatures while slowly making your way through a zone.
That's so true, though. As true as it gets, boyos.
Pretty boring stuff, honestly. Typically, though, Lost Ark's main quest
I
lines
have no idea what's the storyline of Lost Ark, but I can tell you one thing. South Vern, the cutscenes, bruh, that's actually pretty... South Vern is pretty epic for the story. I'm not gonna lie. South Vern is where it actually gets kinda epic. With all the battles, with everyone coming to the battle and everyone coming to rescue and things like that. South Vern was actually very lit with everything that happened there.
end in an
Still have no idea why it well, I kind of have a vague idea why it happened because chaos. But, you know, still.
epic dungeon with multiple fun boss fights and great cinematics. And here, El Glacier certainly didn't disappoint. I love it when the camera kind of
Did it
zooms
now?
out and rotates and gets a nice pan of the environment. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the Glaver. I think once I've done this
Yeah, it feels like Punica.
quest line, I'm going to go back to the good old sorceress. Yeah, let's jump right into that. What could possibly go wrong?
We will end it.
I love the way these guys just summon the sword out of thin air. It looks so badass. Yeah, the visuals of this whole entire
Oh.
area.
Hey, look at that!
Quest.
That's a sacred godlike beast.
Line has just been like top tier compared to the rest of the game. Can you imagine if they upgraded this game to Unreal 5? Oh, that's a lot of mobs coming in hot. I love it when the game throws like crap tons of mobs at me. Cleave them all down. Dodge that. I mean, the glaive is pretty good for AoEs, I guess. She's bringing the island closer to us. That's cool. Big flying monster incoming. Let's try and dodge. This is going to be our next boss, clearly. We're going to absolutely destroy this thing. Already dodged that. Now we pop the ulti. Big damage. Yeah, the glaive for damage does feel like really lackluster. This definitely isn't the class for me.
That's because you're using the wrong things. The D skill is bad. Well, it's actually not that bad. The A is probably maxed out. The Q is the wrong one. This is probably wrong. R on hold? Bruv. You have so many continuous skills. Your skill set is Garbanzo Alonzo. That is why. Again, this is why you don't look up a guide to actually test what's what. Because some things feel good and some things don't in Lost Ark. I mean, that's a big boon, and that's also weakness at the same time for the game, honestly. Because you need to test what actually is good. Like, his build, completely wrong. Yeah, I understand it that the well, maybe actually is good for spec, but I only played Pinnacle. I literally played Pinnacle, and then I was like, okay, I'm hooked. I'm never even gonna try specialization in my life, and never did. By the way, literally never did.
Looked cooler in the trailer than it actually feels to play.
Yeah. Look at that part, dude. It's such a bad skill.
Sometimes you get hit by things that like it looks like you're out of the telegraph. Oh, big damage. Oh, now we're critting. New mount unlocked. Sky Manta Ray.
Also, by the way, he's playing spec. I don't play spec, but you know, again, 3K hours. I know that he's playing spec completely wrong. The way you're supposed to play a spec wait, or did he choose Pinnacle? No. He chose spec, right? Because we only see blue. We only see blue for some reason. But he's spec, right? Yeah, it must be spec. In any case, yeah, you're supposed to play the spec Glavier by swapping the stances when the bar gets full for getting additional bonuses. I don't know, it seems like he's playing it wrong.
Telegraph. Oh, big damage. Oh, now we're critting.
Oh no, wait! S. He's using the correct. Is the correct S? This is a good skill, but when he used it, his spec bar went down.
Oh, big damage.
Yeah. Either this is a complete absolute shit. Wait, does he have the Z active? I don't remember how it looks. Well, my thing is on Z. My stance switches Z. I can't tell.
Oh, now we're critting. New mount unlocked. Sky Manta Ray Whale. This part of the MSQ is actually pretty good, to be fair. Definitely feels like we're approaching the climax of this MSQ storyline. Do I need to stand here? Is that what the thing is for? I guess. No? Destroy the shield. Okay, got it. Grab the shield.
Nice.
And then stand here. Raise the shield. Then I've got to hold it and then release it here.
Boom.
Okay, and then we parry the statue. It's kind of cool. Finish
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Sit. Jumper. With jumps like that, my character clearly does not skip leg day.
I'm ready to start making my own choices.
Big damage right in the back. There's some crits. That's what we want. Okay, so right now I can't actually attack him. I just need to dodge stuff. Okay. Oh, like, yeah, actual shadows. I see. Oh, that's really cool. I should have read that the first time where it said shadow. Move into the shadows.
Balls?
So now what? Here. Oh, shit, where's the next shadow? Where's the next shadow? Over here. Oh, we're okay. Whee. I think we're okay.
Nineveh shot him.
Use a healing potion with 1 HP left. Don't you just hate it when you fight a boss, you get their HP bar to 0, but they're not actually dead, they're just fine in the cutscene?
True.
Yo, He looks super cool now. Dodge. Are you
Oh.
lagging? What's going on?
Also, actually, question mark?
Well, that was delayed, wasn't it?
Oh, it's really delayed, huh? I guess this is just an intro cinematic of how things are. By the way, playing Lost Ark made me realize, considering how good the boss fights actually are in this game, how bad games that have random shit on the ground are. Okay? This is why World of Warcraft 3 is failing on every aspect. Why everyone hates boss fights. Because Lost Ark taught me that there should never be a situation where there's anything on the ground that's just, random fucking fire. There should never be a single situation in the game where there's some random stuff on the ground that kills you if you walk over it or damages you just to be annoying. If there's something on the ground, that is currently the mechanic that's happening, and you need to pay full attention to the stuff on the ground. Lost Ark taught me that. Any game that just has some kind of boss place things on the ground just for things on the ground to be is a badly designed encounter. Flat out.
And now half the platform's crumbled away. Yo, what an insanely epic boss fight. Okay, Lost Ark's cutscenes. Absolute top tier. Our mine's too strong. I feel like I'm watching, like, Dragon Ball Z or something. So,
Hey, who's that guy, though?
Mate, like, it's so cool how they're, like, fighting across the environment that I'm traversing. So
This also was in the first act of the campaign, something similar, where there's this giant demon that you're supposed to kind of, like, run from. That was pretty cool.
This has got to be, like, the finale, right at the Tower of Light. This giant device. Big damage, finish it off. Dodge. Okay, we've destroyed the Eye of Light, now what? He's just chopped my character in half. This is by far the most epic dungeon I've seen in Lost Ark so far. The cutscenes, the camera work as you're traversing the dungeon, the boss mechanics. Nineveh's got him with this arrow.
Well chosen.
Classic
This has made me
Nineveh,
want to
huh?
play the game again. So this giant sky city is now falling down to Arcasia. Long walk into the light. So now we arrive at Trixion with the final arc piece. These are some absolute top
Wait.
tier cutscenes.
We got the arc? We got the last piece of the arc? The whole story is about you collecting pieces of arc. So we finally got the last piece of arc, huh? Wow. Cool.
Very, very impressed.
We Lazaneths have a name for the key that vanished. The Lost Ark.
The dick and balls.
The name of the game. Mate, the visuals of this area up here look so beautiful. When is a giant dragon in a game not cool?
Is
Never.
this the guy
This whole cutscene
from...
sequence at the end of the Elgacia MSQ genuinely blew me away. The music, the voice acting, the camera work, everything was on point. And even though I've been out of the loop with Lost Ark's story for a long time, and
This is the same dragon I think you encounter slightly in the Asian part of the world. I forgot what it's called. But, the Asian continent, when everything's in Japan and, cherry blossoms.
typically don't care about story in MMOs, watching all of this made me at the very least want to care. If there was a Lost Ark anime, I'd definitely watch it. Next I decided that I'd had enough of my glaver and
True. It's like, again, it's like, the story, I don't know what's happening, why it's happening, but the spectacles, you care about the spectacles honestly, no matter how little you care about the story, it's true.
spent the next few hours rolling back to Sork and catching up to my glaver's progression. Unfortunately, this meant that I could no longer benefit from the Makoko Super Express,
Oh, usually you have a way to change the express to a different character if you want.
which gives you
Interesting.
rewards all the way up to 1540 gear score. I also had to set up my 5 level 3 engravings myself this time, which wasn't actually as much of a pain in the ass as I'd expected, with the new filtering options in the UI for engravings, which
Swiftness, wait, what? Not... Oh, ignited.
the ass as I'd expected, with the new filtering options in the UI for engravings, which didn't
Yeah,
exist the
okay.
last time I played. Feels good to be back on the Sorceress. Just AoEing everything down. Oh, we got a bracelet drop. Okay, yeah, I don't have a bracelet.
I don't know. My dude, you don't even have a meteor. I completely disagree with the build path. I completely disagree with all the skill choices.
Equipped. So I guess this is
Source was like my third character I made. First was Demon Hunter, then I decided, yeah, Demon Hunter's not really my thing. By the way, I played Perfect Suppression. I was a hipster. And then I made, Sorceress. No, wait, actually, Source was my second character. I think then I made a Sorceress, and then I made a Deathblade, and the Deathblade was the actual character that became my main.
the kind of thing that you just keep re-rolling until...
Played Surge when Surge wasn't OP. Played Remaining Energy when Surge was OP. Again, literally could not care less about the meta or build guide. But admittedly, at the time, we had other Dead Blades in the clan, and I knew that my build was exactly the meta build for Surge at the time. Except like 1 or 2 skills. But you know, that's a small difference.
you get like really good stats on it. Before continuing on my Sorceress, I've just boosted an Aeromancer. This is like the newest class in the game, and it seems pretty cool, kind of like a mage. The main problem with Aeromancer is you're forced to play as a lolly. Aeromancer. Is it any fun? Oh, I can like put down rain puddles. F ability. Let's test out the ulti.
Wow.
Okay, let's pop this. Oh wow, that's cool. The effect on that is insane. Yeah, the Aeromancer is pretty cool. It's like almost like a combination of Sorceress and some kind of melee class. So now that I'm 1490, the next thing I need to do to progress is the Belshazzar Legion raid. I spent some time...
Is he gonna... Oh, no. Here we go. He's watching an attack video. Yep, that's pretty much how you do it. New raid release, congratulations. You go and watch an attack video on it and on the mechanics.
I'm on YouTube looking up the mechanics.
And by the way, again, you see, this game is why I call Dark Souls easy mode for losers who think that they're playing hard games, okay? Go watch a single guide on any of the raids. Even on Argos. Yeah, Argos. The easiest thing in this game, pretty much, from the hard content part, okay? Go watch an Argos guide. And then watch a Dark Souls player attempt it, and then delete the game and call it stupid because it's too hard for them.
And watching raid guides for Belshazzar Gates 1 and 2. The mechanics in the later stages of this fight seemed quite complicated, so I didn't want to overwhelm myself by consuming too much information. I'm extremely nervous. I can't believe I fucking joined this group using my Chaos Dungeon build. I go through the effort of looking up a guide and doing all of the...
Again, I don't know where these people who say, oh, you're gonna get kicked from the group if you're gonna get kicked from the group if you don't have all the maximum gems and the bet. No, no one cares, okay?
The research, but I didn't bother to double check.
He's actually doing the gate?
That I'm using the raid build. Absolute donkey. Oh, shit.
Well, to be honest, from what we saw, that now it's getting like a positioning.
Live. Okay, we survived.
Okay. Admittedly, that's a super basic mechanic.
Down. If I don't die, I'll consider it a dub. Stay alive. Go in with the ulti.
Hasn't played forever, actually does even the first gate. I guess that's good. But they did... Brel was previously how many gates? 6? Again, I never played Belshazzar. I quit before it. But how many gates originally Brel was? 7 gates or something like that? Dude, the reality is that the devs are making this game easier, okay? The devs are making this game easier because people are complaining about this. Even people who actually like do the hardest content in the hardest forms are just complaining that, yeah, okay, 20 to 30 mechanics per boss, that's fine. Okay? But 60 to 70 mechanics per boss, that's a little bit much. And then they start cutting things away. Okay?
Oh, we got him! Okay, gate 1 down.
That's good. That's actually really good.
And I didn't die next
First
time.
attempt, gate 1.
It's the correct build. Okay, so this next part was an absolute disaster. The raid guides I was looking at on YouTube had 6 gates, and of those 6 gates, I learned 1 and 2. But in-game, there's only 4 gates.
Yeah, they removed gate 2. That part I know. So he's at a gate that he has no idea what's happening.
So the thing I was learning turned out to be completely different in-game. I think the boss must have been updated or something,
Yep.
but needless to say, it didn't go well. Next time I'll use max roll instead.
Yeah. That's Brilshaza for you. I mean, I can fix her.
Instead of random YouTube guides. Can you start? Well, okay, I don't know what that is though. I'm just gonna wipe the whole group because he's told me I need to be
Admittedly, if someone wipes the group like this, it is a remake.
a star, and the fucking raid guide's not saying anything about a star. Oh my god, it's gonna be a disaster. I was staggering it. Oh, we all wipe. Visually, bloody awesome boss fight though.
Bruh, you don't actually have the big staggers. Oh no, you have. There's a big stagger on D. There's a big stagger on R. The E, I think, was also a big stagger, and big stagger on W if it's the correct version of the skill. How do you not? How do you fail a stagger check? You have a whirlwind grenade on your bound to your number 2.
I just wish it was a little bit easier to learn. So she said 9 o'clock. Oh, but EQDESAW. Okay.
Wait. A quick time event that takes that long to actually write?
Oh, but
Dude, that's crazy. 10 seconds to do this? I mean, Lost Ark is really getting easy mode, boys.
EQDESAW. Okay, I did it. So that's the bit where we fucked up last time. Now what? Oh.
Yeah, you're supposed to stand in one of those.
Yeah. Is this
This is a vault on mechanic.
right? Okay. What is going on? Bloody hell.
Good question.
Screen is just like full of stuff going on. Very cool. We
Yes.
can go here. Are we safe?
Yeah. Good enough.
Oh, I did it. Good job. Oh, dodge that. Wow.
Yeah, this by the way seems completely right for Lost Ark. And if you think there's a lot of things on the screen, no, there aren't.
Visuals
This
of
is
boss
okay.
fight are bloody insane. Like realistically, I think if I did this like 2 or 3 times, I'd have this down.
You see, the problem is, watching this, you think this is easy. Because it is. But when you're playing, you need to understand, you need to pump that damage, boy. You need to get that deeps. You want to be that MVP. You need to get that deep in, yo. So, you need to take those risks. You need to take that damage sometimes. You need to be on the edge of the pixel. That's where the true hard mode of Lost Ark starts, trying to be the MVP.
Yeah, I fucked something up. So that's where my Belshazzar run ended. Thankfully I didn't leave empty-handed and got a bunch of phantom intentions which I could exchange for the next grade of gear that I needed to progress. Not gonna lie though, as cool as Lost Ark's Legion raids are, it does give me massive anxiety reading through so many complex mechanics, and knowing that one person can wipe the
I have absolutely no anxiety when it comes to reading through complex mechanics, but sometimes pressing the button when you know that you're gonna be shit, that can be a little bit like eh. But then again, you get over it pretty fast if you're an asshole like me. It is what it is.
The entire group. I can imagine that for casual players, getting into Legion raids would be quite a stressful process. It would be cool if there was some kind of training mode with AI.
they did a training mode for Clown, which I think is completely useless because, one, you need a team to do Clown training mode on anyway. Second of all, Clown takes so much damage that it's like, okay, well, what's the point of the training mode here?
Party members where you could learn the mechanics in a stress-free environment. So next
Yeah, like training mode gate 1 Clown. I remember doing it and it's like, are we mechanics skipping here? There's no point part. Did we just skip the thresholds of HP for the mechanics to activate? It wasn't good.
want to try out some Guardian raids, as I think there's a few new ones that I've never done before. Yeah, I've done all
Level
of the
5 armor. These are the old ones. What do you mean?
However, now
Night Fox Yuho. Good luck, Chief. Good luck. It's annoying.
do raid level 6. Let's start with Caligos because it
Descolude. Yeah, this is just a tank and spank. Everyone likes Descolude.
gives me resources that I can actually use. Do it with the group. Frantically looking up a Guardian raid guide on the other.
You don't.
To be fair, you can
Dude. I have never looked up a Guardian guide.
probably just YOLO it, can't you? I can't imagine this one being too hard. The fight had pretty intuitive mechanics and was fairly chill, which is exactly how I like my Guardian raids.
Ooh, I
Dodge
haven't
things on the
seen
floor,
this.
stagger the boss, and do big damage. Nowadays you only need to do one Guardian per day, but I wanted to try out the previous ones because I never did them before. At the start of the Descoluda raid, I got a free battle item chest, which is an amazing addition to the game.
Wait, why do you get a free bit? No one uses destruction bombs on this. Well, I'm a Pinnacle Glavier, so I do have a couple of destruction skills, so I can actually get this done. But no one uses destruction bombs on this Descoluda. Like, let's be real.
When Lost Ark first...
No one even uses attracts on this boss. The only people who use the attracts are at stupid what's it called, Frost Turtle, that one, because the arena you fight this Descoluda in is the smallest and aka best arena. So, it's not a problem if the boss just, flies to a different spot, because it takes 5 seconds to get to that spot. Unlike in different arenas where you lose half of your remaining lifespan as a human finding the boss if you don't use a lure.
Launch, there were always players not using battle items, either from laziness or confusion. This hopefully has helped solve the problem. With that said, both Guardian raids were pretty easy and we cleared them without breaking a sweat.
Dude, how many people just used pheromones there? 1, 2, 3... Oh, they're doing it in turns, I guess. Why?
And we cleared them without breaking a sweat. Next I tried the Challenge Guardian raids.
Challenge?
A weekly raid with equal...
Oh, Challenge Guardian raids, right. This is just recycling old Guardian raids. I guess they're pretty fun just to see the old Guardians if you miss them. It's nothing special, honestly, but whatever. And this one's annoying.
Item level and decent rewards. Even though the gear was scaled down, we cleared the boss in 2 minutes with one guy doing 46% of the damage. I then tried the new tower, Fortune Spire. I always enjoyed this content. You go through a series of floors, each with a different challenge, from killing swarms of mobs, killing bosses.
I did not enjoy the tower challenges. I thought they were long and kinda lame most of the time.
Or surviving whilst dodging millions of explosions. Sadly, I could only do up to 5 floors due to my current item level. Juicy rewards. Give me a legendary card.
Nope.
Never lucky. I've checked out all the content that
1 in 10 books is roughly a legendary card.
I wanted to touch on in this video, but before we get to the pros and cons, let's just check out some fashion. I need my sorceress to look exactly like this. 10 out of 10. There's been so many new cosmetics released since the game launched that everyone looks super cool. Tons of different mounts. Everyone's got like sparkly
Wow, wait,
orbs
what is this? That seems a bit extreme, not gonna lie.
around them. This guy's got a disco ball mount. This person's got wings. Bikini meta. Of course, you got the odd furry knocking about the city. I think warriors easily have the coolest cosmetics though,
That's also a 40.
don't they? What is that sword? That is unbelievably
That's an old sword.
cool. This character looks insane as well. legendary skins. Very expensive, cost about 100k gold the last time I checked. My character's feeling a little bit basic in comparison. Gonna have to swipe and get an outfit like this. Then I can actually play
Makes
the game.
sense. You know what's the craziest part about Lost Ark, by the way? It is pay to win, but you don't have to pay to win. Pay to win is kind of like redundant. I don't understand the again, like he got into a raid without any problems, without anythings. Didn't get kicked for having a bad, and you can check a person's build engravings and everything. He didn't get kicked. And yet people are constantly complaining about, oh, you need to pay to win, otherwise you can't play. Bruh, no you don't. No, well, why do you say that? You don't. You just don't. Maybe you're trash or something, but otherwise that, you don't. You really don't.
Shit! Hey! Oh, hell no! This game has...
That's supposed to happen, I guess. I mean, that's PvP. Oh, clutch. PvP is the worst part of this. 7-9. Okay, that's good.
Don't be in front.
By the way, it's so easy to get a 7-9. Or was it a 6? What do you need a 7-9 for max engravings, or a 5-9 or something? But anyway, the 7-9 is so easy to get with the engravings if you just understand probability. People struggle with it so hard. But man, it's so easy. Dude, you can get a 7-9 in roughly 3 to 4 gems, almost guaranteed. With just a little bit of understanding about probability.
Stop watch or something, I don't know.
Oh, Bard carried Volton. That's pretty nice.
Ding ding. Kill him. Yo!
That's clown.
So after dipping my toes back into Lost Ark after not playing for a while, my thoughts are as follows. Pros. Coming back and experiencing Lost Ark's gameplay after playing other top-down games feels incredible. The combat of Lost Ark is just on another level compared to every other ARPG. The visual effects, the sounds, the animations, the fluidity of combat is absolute S tier. It's the BDO of isometric MMORPGs. Despite being made in Unreal Engine 3, a very old engine at this point, Lost Ark still looks great visually due to its art style and visual effects. There's so much stuff to do in Lost Ark.
Oh yeah, this was the demonic invasion also, Act 1.
Both in terms of horizontal progression and vertical. It's an alt-friendly MMO. I actually think the story in Lost Ark is pretty decent nowadays. It seems kinda bad as a new player, but with the later content you certainly start to care about the characters. The game has equalised PvP that you can jump into very early on. Lost Ark's endgame Legion raids are incredible content for hardcore progression-minded PvE players. The Lost Ark soundtrack is probably one of my favourite MMO soundtracks, and despite not being an emotional guy, there's been a few cutscenes where the use of music has brought a tear to my eye. Easily top 3 MMO soundtracks of all time, in my opinion. The cinematics in this game are so good that you'll wish a Lost Ark anime existed. In 2023, the game provides new players with all the tools they'll need to quickly jump into some of the best content the game has to offer at endgame. In 2023, the game's fixed a lot of issues I had with it at launch, such as the awkwardness of sorting through loot. You no longer have to do Guardians twice a day, auction house filtering's improved, and you no longer have to go through hours of boredom to get to the fun stuff. And despite having a reputation for being a swiper's paradise, you can still fully enjoy Lost Ark as a free-to-play player, much more so than other Korean MMOs anyway.
Yeah, again, I'm bringing this up because people constantly say pay to win. No, I have participated in pretty much all the current raids when they got released every time. Zero swiping. Haven't spent a single dime.
Anyway, cons.
Except on skin. Because the funny part about Lost Ark is people don't swipe. There are people who don't swipe, but there are people who buy skins even though they're not going to use them just to support the development, which is kind of crazy.
As much as Lost Ark's Legion raids are great content, as a new player you'll experience quite a lot of gatekeeping. It's a catch-22, players don't want inexperienced players in their party because there's a lot of mechanics where if one player...
That is true about older content. No, he's actually right about... Oh, I guess this is the only gatekeeping that does happen, and that is you need a guild to actually progress the new stuff. For example, day 1, you're not going to progress in a new raid at all if you don't have a guild that you're playing with, probably. And otherwise, if you're trying to find a group that wants to do day 1 new content, well, they're gonna require you to actually be geared and whatnot, and like prove that you know what you're doing. So that is gatekeeping for sure, but that is expected gatekeeping. No one wants to take someone into something new where they know that they're gonna just hold them back, and you're not gonna be able to progress because of it. That is definitely a con, but it's a reasonable thing at the bare minimum. Okay.
player fucks up, the whole group wipes.
And admittedly, also it's kind of one of the worst parts about the only worst part about gatekeeping is that there are hard modes for bosses that you need to provide achieve a title for. You need to go into that a title because you get a title for killing like a boss on easy 10 times. And that's when people are trusting you. Okay, you have done this boss enough that you probably know what's happening on hard mode. So things like that. If a hard mode even exists nowadays. But that was a very constant situation with not Valtan, but Vicus. Yeah, Vicus hard mode required people to show an achievement, which was kind of stupid. But it is what it is.
Wipes, and players can't get experience because they can't find groups. You'll see most parties asking for titles to join the raid, but you need to complete the raid to get the title. You might also be declined from the groups even if you have the title if you play a non-meta class or have a low roster level. I'm not sure what the devs...
roster level... Yeah, again, but this is reasonable gatekeeping. People, dude, also, again, if you need to get a guild for this. This is not a problem if you get a guild. And that's what Lost Ark is. You're supposed to do that in Lost Ark. Again, this is like World of Warcraft. You're not supposed to go and do mythic dungeons unless you have a guild. That's how also Lost Ark works. Yeah, it is a downside, that's for sure, but it's a fair-ish downside to have.
Could do to fix this issue, other than perhaps make a really good training mode where players could group up with AI NPCs to learn all of the mechanics. Gatekeeping just seems to be something that every MMO with difficult PvE content struggles with, due to players not wanting to have their time wasted and being punished too hard for failure. The game has gender-locked classes. If I want to play the new Aeromancer class, for example, I need to be a fucking lolly character. The RNG gear enhancement system will most likely raise your blood pressure. Realistically, you're going to be spending hours looking up guides if you stick with this game long term, not just for your class but for every gate of every Legion raid boss. Fions still exist in the game and are a pain in the ass when it comes to the auction house. I actually expected the devs to have removed this from the game by now. The game is widely considered to be pay to win, and for the most part the game's questing, especially early on, is so mind-numbingly boring that you start to question if it's intentionally designed to be as boring as possible.
That is true. The questing is really boring, especially when you're at new level. If you don't care about the storylines, like the questing is just painful.
To sell story skips. Overall, as a gameplay above everything else kinda MMO player, I really do like Lost Ark. The game has its issues, but I think overall I'm more positive about the game than negative.
Yep.
That being said, I think casual players that don't care about the endgame Legion raids might be left with a feeling...
I mean, if you're a casual player, I honestly don't think you have absolutely anything to do in Lost Ark almost. I mean, you can find buses, and I guess that's gonna be good enough for you, because there are people who just get bussed. But, you know, still, it's like... the Lost Ark is probably not for the super casuals.
Of what's the point when it comes to Lost Ark, because the Legion raids really are the be-all end-all of the game. It's what you gear up for, it's why you farm the skill points and do the horizontal progression. Without that, it's just a lot of daily content. Going forward though, I do think Lost Ark will continue to improve. The game has a great content creator community, the devs seem to be listening to feedback, and there's a lot they could do to ensure that this game is still around.
Finally.
Around 5 years from now. Ultimately though,
It probably will. I mean, if you're looking for a game even 50% like this, Lost Ark is definitely something that you should try. Probably the biggest problem with Lost Ark is that it's technically a niche. There's not technically that many players who are interested in a top-down game like this. But, you know, again, I would recommend it to everyone.
After I stopped recording this video, I did feel a desire to log in more and keep playing the game, so Lost Ark must be doing something right. But that's it for this video. As always, let me know your thoughts on Lost Ark in the comments below, and if you're a long-term player of the game, then let me know what issues you'd most like to see addressed by the developers. Help us out with a like to appease the algorithm gods, social media on screen.
I think titles should be... They need... Half of the negatives are just gone if you join a guild. That's it. Half the negatives are just not there if you join a guild. That's reality.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the...
Anyway, that was Lazy Peon. You can see it here, but he doesn't have an outro screen for whatever reason. Anyway, yeah, that's some good stuff. Really good video. 10 out of 10. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sensei. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.